What's up, y'all? This your girl Alice Sage with Rise With Me. And I'm coming today, or shall I say tonight, to do a reading for you. Now, when I was asking the divine to give me a word for y'all, it was severing the ties that bind. And I was like, okay. So y'all, we getting ready to get into this. I'm hearing that a lot of y'all don't know how to sever those ties. The thing of it is, you got the 4 of Wands in reverse and the World in reverse. Now, this is exactly what the divine was telling me. Number one, things ain't over between y'all. Alright? A lot of times you will go trying to sever ties and it ain't the appointed season. That's number one. Number two, if you cut something, and I'm being told a snake, all right? Because that's what we have right here. If you cut a piece of a snake off, know it or not, it'll grow back. So a lot of y'all out here trying to sever ties by cutting the cord, and you leaving the root cause, the head, still attached. Oh, did y'all get that? So you out here severing something just for it to grow back, but grow back even stronger than what it was to begin with. But nonetheless, you're trying to sever the ties with someone who you're defensive again, with the 7 of Wands being in the upright. Somebody that you have not been able to walk away from. I'm just saying, that's what the card's saying. 8 of Cups in reverse, and y'all know if it's in reverse, I will not rehearse. Somebody that you shared a home with. So you're defensive against this individual, but yet it's not over when it comes to you two. So you've tried everything that you know to get this individual out of your energy, but they're still tethered in. A lot of times y'all go out here and see, you don't, like I said, you can't make this up with the moon being here. You don't know what to do. Because you've been trying to have a new start, but you haven't been able to. So you're feeling like if you tether, if you cut the cord, that the old will end and the new will begin. But it's not as simple as that. Because the 4 of Wands is what's in front of that. That's what's hindering it. So you don't know what to do. You hear people tell you, oh, you ought to do a cord cutting. And it sounds a little fishy to you, but you've been thinking about trying it because you would like to finally have a victory in your life. But see, when you try to cut cords, let me tell y'all something. When you try to cut cords, you walk in a thin line. It may or may not work, depending on how long that individual has been a part of your energy, number one. And number two, like I said a while ago, if you cut that cord, the root cause, and the head is still attached. So it can grow back and grow back even stronger. Now you've already made the decision that you don't desire to be with this individual or have anything else to do, because if not, you wouldn't be looking into trying to cut the cord. Confirmation. But the divine is saying that that is the wrong course of action. Like I said, y'all go out here, y'all hear a lot of stuff, and y'all try to do it because of what you hear. Page of Swords. Because of what you hear, what you have heard, the communication that has gone forth. So you so desperate that you're willing to try anything. So let's get into this a little more and see what the initial background of this is. You ain't looking for no communication to come in. And you're trying to manifest a new beginning. You ain't looking for no ships to come in, no communication to come in, none of that. You're in the process of trying to manifest a new beginning. But that tie that binds is still there. It's still tethered into you. Even those who have called themselves done cord cutting, you'll find that that is still tethered into you. And as time goes on, it tends to get a little stronger. Because you cut something head or cut something's body off, you cut the cord, and the head is still left there, then it's going to grow back. But when you go to cut that cord again, then the familiarity of it is still there, because there are familiar spirits that be around. So they're going to be done made a defense the next time you try to do that. Do it make sense? I'm just saying. But you've made your mind up that you no longer desire for this mofo to be in your energy. All right, divine. You ain't got no passion toward them. So you wondering why you be feeling them urges when it comes to them. It be what they be sending out there to you. See, a lot of times them tetherings that come through, they ain't no good tetherings. Do I have to keep this? Yeah, because with them, you thinking that it's all over with, you done cut that tie and stuff, but them, they know. They tethered into you. You cut that cord, but with that head being still there, it was still able to regenerate itself, but come back stronger. And you none the wise until it just done popped in on you. And a lot of times them be succubus spirits and stuff that's coming at your ass too, because of who you was tethered into. I'm just saying. So it leaves you, it puts you right back in hangman position, because this was somebody that you really, really loved at one time. And you still got love for them, so let's not even call it, because if not, you wouldn't be on here watching terror. I'm just saying. You saying that you don't desire for this individual to be able to come into you anymore, because you sat here and you look at the give and the take, and it was more take than it was give, and you was the one that was doing the giving. And you just at your wit's end. You don't know what to do with the Two of Swords being there. Because it's becoming a nuisance to you now. It's becoming a burden. You know how y'all be laying in there at night, y'all ain't even thought about this mofo. Then all of a sudden these urges and stuff come up on you, know, when you laying in the bed. Some of y'all ain't even laying in the bed, you sitting up and the shit happening to you. Sometimes you at work and the shit happening to you. Yeah, And you know that this mofo done betrayed you, so why you sitting here still having these urges and these feelings? It's because they have tethered themselves into you. You cut the cord, but you did not eliminate the root cause, which was the head, and it done grown back. It done mended itself to you. You know you ain't heartbroken about this mofo no more, so why you still hanging there, still having these urges when it comes to them? Because they tethered into you. And you felt like cutting the cord was going to eliminate the problem. It didn't, did it? I'm just saying. You ain't even up in your head no more about how you feel about this mofo. We done seen the 10 of swords and the 10 of wands right here. So you trying to figure out why them urges keep hitting you. Because that mofo over there still tethered into you and manifesting them urges when it come to you. Because they sitting over there, and a lot of them, excuse my French, a lot of them sitting over there masturbating to your pictures and stuff. And you sitting here trying to defend yourself because you don't know what the hell going on. All you know is this dirty low down mofo that done treated you like you wasn't shit. You sitting there laying there in the bed or sitting or doing whatever you doing, and you starting to have these urges when it comes to them. You wondering where the hell it come from. Then you trying to push it off. You like, oh hell no, what the fuck? And that's how y'all be thinking. Cause you trying to move forward in your life, and they still trying to move towards you. Now we saw that world card a while ago in the reverse, where it wasn't over. See, they trying to come in like old knights here swords. I'm just saying. You threw it down. But they ain't through with you. Confirmation. I'm just saying. You ain't holding on to them. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. You ain't holding on to them, but they are still tethered. Do y'all see this hangman? Do y'all see how they had their hooks all in you, had you wrapped up with them? So every so often when they feel you getting ready to cut that cord again or do something else, they come back in like the Knight of Swords so they can get you all hooked and wrapped back up in that same bullshit, because they are tethered into you because you cut the cord. You did not heal the root cause, thus resulting in them being able to keep you tied up and bound to them. And a lot of times it's sexually. That's why I always tell people, I tell my children too, watch who you lay with. Watch who you mix with. Because some entities are harder to get rid of than other entities. So this mofo is manifesting you back, pulling you back in. 5 of Pentacles. You ain't even feeling left out when it comes to this mofo. But they feeling left out when it comes to you. They've been feeding off of your energy the whole time. Energy to create and everything else. That's why you have not been able to move on completely to a new love. That's why ain't no cups, no offers been coming into you. Confirmation. I'm just saying. The ties that bind. 4-1. You ain't trying to have nothing with them mofo. You're going to have to release yourself from this individual. Instead of having a cord cutting ceremony, you need to release yourself from them. Because you are no longer going to be an option. You ain't going to allow them to keep juggling you. See, everything is coming out that you know you don't desire to be with this mofo. You ain't desiring that no more. But yet, they are still being able to come towards you. Because they are the ones that are holding on to you. They're the ones that's holding on to you. Because if you take her pentacle and take these 4 pentacles, this one right here is the one that is feeling left out in the cold. The pentacle that she's holding with the 4 pentacles comes to 5 of pentacles. And they are the ones that's feeling left out in the cold when it comes to you. The cord cannot be cut. It has to be healed. The head, the root cause of it has to be healed. You know, that trauma bonding, that's how y'all got together to begin with. That trauma has to be healed on your part. And then by it being healed on your part, then you can then in love, release that hold that it has on you. When a snake strikes, especially a baby snake, they don't know how to let go. They don't know how to release. So see, that's how it got tethered into you. So it is in love that you got to learn to release, because that's the only way that head is going to release. Do it make sense? This was somebody that was toxic as hell to you. You trying to manifest a new beginning, but they're still tethered into you. You got to heal and release them in love. See, the majority of the time when y'all was trying to do the cord cutting and everything, y'all was hurt. Y'all was still in the pain and the agony of it. Y'all was just tired of feeling you were fed up with the fed up. And you was like, well, let me go on and do the cord cutting, and I can go and get them out of my energy. I can go and move on with my life. No, it ain't that easy. See? Emmy don't want this word to get out there, but it's coming. Y'all have to heal the self. Heal thine own self. And in healing thine own self, you can get rid of the root cause, thus releasing that head. And then those few little lingering parasites that's still in your system. In love, you can begin to release those also, because that's being healed. Because by owning the self, you are keeping your eye on the self. So it's all about owning the self, healing the self. Then nobody can't tether into you, and can't nobody bring no little bull offers to you. And you sure weren't offering to them anymore. And then when you get these tethers, when you release yourself, when you heal, all right, y'all know how it is. When you heal yourself, when you are able to release the root cause, which caused y'all to trauma bond in the get-go, from the get-go, then you be careful who you allow to come in your energy. Who you allow to attach themselves to you. You're going to be more leery of who you allow to attach themselves to you. Because you're going to have a victory. But you can't have a victory if you steadily allowing yourself to be manipulated and tethered into other people. And the majority of the time, the way that people are able to, especially those strong ties, is the ones that you open your energy up to, your portals up to. Because it was a snake. It was a snake that you allowed your portal to be opened up to. And they tethered themselves into you very strong. And the only way to get rid of that is in love. Hate is going to keep that bind there. I don't care how bad they did you. You allowed it. You have to own your part in it. You allowed it. And a lot of times, people say it's not as simple as that. I do realize that. I mean, I've been abused and everything. But when I sit back and I think about it, I allowed that. Because I could have left. And a lot of times it wasn't as easy as that. But sooner or later I had the sense enough to do so. And a lot of it is coming from, because a lot of times people have addictive personalities, or they've been through so much. The trauma has not been healed in one. And until that trauma is healed, you just burying stuff. You packing it down and it becomes like a dump, like a wasteland, because you done packed it down so much. You have to bring it to the surface, heal it, and release it in love. And when you release it in love, it has no choice but to loosen its grip upon you. Then the divine can bring your divine counterpart into you. And then y'all can have a victory. Now I'm going to tell you like this. The world kept coming out in reverse a while ago. Alright? And it was coming out in reverse for a reason. And that reason was, you got to heal yourself. You got to heal yourself. You got to go within, with the hermit being here, and allow the divine to shine a light. Because when you are wishing someone else ill will, when you wishing somebody else ill will, you ain't gonna have no love and no stability in your own life. A lot of y'all tried to cut those cords in anger, in hurt, in pain. And all you did was made those cords stronger. You tired of the conflict. You just ready for a victory in your life. Well, love, self-love, healing within thy own self, by keeping an eye on thyself. That's how you will be able to heal from these cords. And by not being so quick to go out here and mix your energy, open up your portal to someone else. I mean, does it really make sense? Y'all gotta stop doing this cord cutting. That cord cutting ain't doing nothing. Nothing. That's how you keep winding up with the mofos. Y'all see how all these mofos coming out in reverse just about? Now, I'm going to tell you like this, a king of swords in the reverse can be one of the worst fucking energies that there is. Narcissistic as a mofo. But that's what y'all keep getting entangled with. Entangled, all caught up and tied up with as a result of those ties that's still tethered into you. Now, you got to take that time, heal yourself, be by yourself, release in love, and the only way to release in love is to accept your part that you played into. Now, I guess y'all say somebody whooping up on my ass. How I deserved it? I didn't say you deserved it. Not now time did I say that you deserved it. But you kept staying, whether it was in fear or anything else. How you gonna love if you fear? Did you catch that? The divine is saying, take some time, go within. Y'all saw the hermit came out a while ago. The divine desires, and you will be protected. You will be protected. The divine desires for you to take a break, go within, heal thyself. And when you heal, you can release, and that is no longer tethered into you. Stop cutting these cords. Because when you cut them cords, you have long. Y'all have no. Divine is designed for y'all to really pay attention to this. Because the season is coming in. Y'all have no defense. 7 of Wands in reverse. Y'all have absolutely no defense when y'all cutting these cords. Because it mends itself. And far before you even aware that it done mended itself. If you desiring a victory, go within. Heal yourself. Own yourself. Keep an eye on yourself. Ooh, did you catch that? Then you will be able to defend yourself against that. Why? Because you healed, and by you healing, you was able to release confirmation, release that pain and that agony. Y'all see that? You'll be able to release that agony. Y'all see how agonized he is? All that drink and everything that they doing. Yeah. Because they stuck and they trying to keep you stuck. This is the Empress. Even though this is the 8 of Swords, this is the Empress. That's how they keeping you stuck. Emperor or Empress. That's how they keeping you stuck. But once you go within and you heal and release those ties that bind in love, so you forgiving that other individual knowing that you could have did them just as dirty or even worse than what they did you, but you made a conscious decision not to. Okay, that's all well and fine. But you still got to heal the root core. And when you heal the root core, you are able to release. And when you're able to release, that parasite can no longer be tied to you. Because you're getting rid of the root cause, the head. And then, you can't make this up. The sun gonna come on in. And then you will have that bright new start. Everything that your heart desires. But you can't do it when you are still having those mofos tethered into you. And that's the only way to defend yourself is by letting go, by loving and releasing. Well, y'all, this has been Alice Sage with Rise With Me. We growing over here. Y'all go ahead, hit like, subscribe, and I will holler at y'all later.